An idiom is a phrase or expression that has a figurative meaning, which is different from the literal meaning of the words used. In other words, an idiom is a combination of words that cannot be understood by taking the literal definition of the individual words. Instead, idioms are used to convey a message or idea in a more creative and interesting way. This is part 2. The phrase, bite off more than one can chew, means to take on more responsibility or a task than one can handle. The origin of this phrase is not entirely clear, but there are a few theories. One theory suggests that the phrase comes from the practice of biting off more meat than one can chew. In the past, people would often cut their own meat from larger pieces, and it was considered impolite to leave any meat on the bone. However, if someone bit off more than they could chew, they might struggle to eat it all and end up with a mouthful of food they couldn't swallow. Idioms are a common part of everyday conversation and can add color and depth to our language. Here are 10 idioms that are commonly used in everyday conversation. 1. Add insult to injury. This means to make a bad situation worse. Not only did he lose his job, but his car was stolen too. That just added insult to injury. She forgot my birthday and then showed up late to dinner. That really added insult to injury. 2. All ears. This means someone is listening attentively. I'm all ears. Tell me what happened. Whenever my mom starts talking about her childhood, I'm all ears. 3. All thumbs. This means someone is clumsy or awkward. I'm all thumbs when it comes to playing video games. She's all thumbs in the kitchen and always burns the food. 4. Apple of my eye. This means someone is very special or important to you. My daughter is the apple of my eye. That vintage car is the apple of his eye. 5. At the drop of a hat. This means something happens immediately or without hesitation. If she asks for help, he'll come running at the drop of a hat. He's always ready for an adventure and will pack his bags at the drop of a hat. 6. Back to square one. This means starting over from the beginning. We thought we had a solution, but it didn't work out. Now we're back to square one. After the computer crashed, I had to start my project from scratch and go back to square one. 7. Ball is in your court. This means it's someone else's turn to take action or make a decision. I've given you all the information you need. Now the ball is in your court. He's waiting for her to make the next move. The ball is in her court. 8. Barking up the wrong tree. This means someone is looking in the wrong place or accusing the wrong person. If you think I stole your phone, you're barking up the wrong tree. He accused his coworker of stealing his lunch, but he was barking up the wrong tree. 9. Beat around the bush. This means someone is avoiding talking about something directly. Stop beating around the bush and tell me what you really think. She kept beating around the bush instead of just admitting she made a mistake. 10. Bite off more than you can chew. This means taking on more than you can handle. I think he bit off more than he can chew with that new project. She decided to plan her own wedding and quickly realized she had bitten off more than she could chew. Overall, Idioms can be a fun and expressive way to communicate in everyday conversation. I hope you have learned something new. Please help our channel by subscribing. Thank you for taking the time to watch.